about them a little bit and like don't get freaked out by some of them that seem to like ruin your privacy. Hi, I'm Sophia Marie Race and you're watching my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be going over 5 questions every college freshman gets asked for the first 2 weeks of school. So, like these are good questions. I'm not saying they're bad questions, they're really good ones, but you just have to answer them all the time. I got to the point where I'm like, I can just like recite this to you before you ask. Do you want me to recite this? I thought I'd give you guys a heads up before we enter the next school year. So here we go. 1. What's your name? So that's like the most basic question of all time. And you've been answering it for like, what, 17, 18 years? But at the same time, like this is one of the few times in your life that you go into a place that absolutely nobody knows you, most likely, and you get to make up your own name. You can do tons of things. You can go by your middle name, you can go by your nickname, you can go by anything. Don't abuse it. Don't call yourself like something entirely different and then just be confused for the next 4 years. But you honestly just get to make up what people will call you for the next 4 years of your life. Number 2, what's your major? So all of you guys who are freshmen, rising freshmen just coming in, you guys have probably been asked that for the last 12 months. Oh, what college are you going to? What are you majoring in? What college are you going to? What are you majoring in? Etc, etc, etc. I remember I was relieved my senior year that I had it figured out. Like I knew what major I was gonna be. Like what college I was going to was a little bit of a different story. I'm not trying to scare you guys into like deciding on a major if you haven't yet, but just be prepared to literally tell like hundreds or thousands of students that you don't know yet. But own it, I'm undeclared on. I'm searching out this, and this. I'm thinking about like all these opportunities. Make it sound really, really cool. Or whatever major you have, really like make it sound like the most amazing major in the world, and people will be like, like I should have done that too. Maybe not, but like it's definitely worth a try. And number 3, where are you from? I don't know what to think about this question because for the first 18 years of your life, you're told to not tell strangers your address. Told not to tell them where you're from, what's your name, anything. And then you go to college, and then within the first 48 hours, you've told like 20 people where you're from. Just don't freak out. They're not being super nosy. They're just doing a relative understanding of who you are. People just want to get to know you better, and that's one of like the more neutral questions. And nobody's gonna really be like, oh, you live there. Let me go like bombard you like with my friendship after the school year ends. Like it's a totally fine question and like, nothing to worry about at all. Question number 4, what dorm room do you live in? See, that's an even weirder one because like this is getting more specific. We know now exactly where you live, what dorm, what number. It's all polite conversation. It's nothing to get like scared of. A lot of people ask this just because they want to hang out with you, and they might remember it, might not remember, might re-ask you someday. Be like, where do you live? And like, do you want to meet for Starbucks? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And number 5, what do you like to do? What clubs would you like to join? What interests you? Well, wait, come to our club. Well, obviously the last was not actually a question, but like within the first 2 weeks, there will be, depending on the size of your college, like tons of clubs. Stuff like, oh, this is a free dinner for this place, this is a free dinner for this place, oh, this is a fair with everybody, and snacks and cool stuff, and etc. And honestly, as long as things don't like go against your principles or like or religious beliefs or anything, like if they don't go against it, like even if you are not interested in something, like go ahead and get the free food and talk about it. 1, you might actually find out that you are interested in this thing or make friends, which is also awesome. And 2, free food is awesome. But basically, everybody's gonna be like, okay, come to our club, come to our club, come to our club. Do not feel like you can't say no. You can say no. They've heard no, again, hundreds, thousands of times, depending on how big your college is. Like they're not gonna be offended or anything. So honestly, like think about how much time you can give away, how much time, like how would you like to spend the time. Be really selective about the clubs you enter, but do join the clubs. Do join the clubs that you want to join because those are awesome. And those are the 5 questions. What's your name? What's your major? Where are you from? What dorm do you live in? And what do you do with your life? What interests you? What clubs have you joined? Hopefully that was helpful. Do comment like what questions you get asked all the time, whether in college or in high school. Like what questions do you get asked all the time when you're meeting somebody? Like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next week.